Spring has finally arrived in Vienna, and we're in front of the House of the European Union, an economic community, but first and foremost, a community of liberal democracies which Austria joined in 1995. A historic step for the country, backed by a solid majority in a referendum, which has ushered in a period of unprecedented growth and prosperity for Austria and propelled Vienna, the once somewhat drab and grey capital in the long shadow of the Iron Curtain, to the flourishing and livable city it is today and has been for centuries prior to the end of World War I. Among the many things the European Union has given us in the last 30 years is the EU Blue Card, a combined residence and work permit for highly skilled third country nationals based on a directive dating back to 2009, which aimed at harmonizing the criteria for hiring such highly skilled employees. Despite its name, EU Blue Card, which can be somewhat misleading, the EU Blue Card is a national combined residence and work permit issued by a given member state of the European Union rather than a master key which opens up a perspective for living and working all across the European Union. Why has the EU Blue Card been a success story in the last few years? First of all, because proceedings are efficient and speedy. Applications have to be processed within 8 weeks, and there's significantly less paperwork involved than with, to mention but one example, Austrian red card proceedings. On top of that, these proceedings are applicant friendly. There's no need to apply in person in Austria or abroad, but the employer sponsoring the EU Blue Card can do this for you. Finally, an EU Blue Card puts you on a permanent residency track after 5 years, and you enjoy certain mobility rights throughout the European Union in case you should wish to relocate to another EU member state. If you consider applying for an EU Blue Card or are an Austria-based employer wishing to hire a highly skilled third country national, reach out to us. EOS, and it really matters.